bless you to this county. Privilege to know him. So as you take a minute and stand, let's remember him and his family at home of silence. Afterwards, for our invitation.
Eternal God, we pray that you bless this meeting. Let us feel your presence, Lord, and renew our strength. We ask that you bestow your blessings upon the family and friends of Harold Smith. Harold was a wonderful asset to Salem County, and he will be missed. Help us to work together and have a productive meeting. We ask this in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Adequate notice pursuant to the Open Public Meetings Act is given on this meeting by forwarding notice to the South Jersey Times and Elmer Times Company, and by posting notice on the bulletin board at the Salem County Courthouse and the 5th Street Office Complex, and by filing notice in the offices of the Salem County Clerk and the Clerk of the Board, all having been done at least 48 hours in advance.
Roll call, please.
Director Benjamin Lawrence.
Here.
Commissioner Scott Grissom.
Here.
Commissioner Ed Ramsey.
Here.
Deputy Director Gordon Osler.
Here.
Commissioner Lee Ware.
Good.
We have a quorum, sir.
Thank you. Commissioners, what's your pleasure with the minutes?
Mr. Director, I make a motion that we dispense with the reading of the minutes from the March meeting and regular meeting. Minutes are to be received, approved, and recorded in the minute book.
Second. I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, please raise your right hand. Approved unanimous. We do have some special recognition. With the retirement of K9 Flash and Scott, who you have that recognition. Yes. Hi.
I'm going to read a few things off my citation, and then I have to other people that I don't say about Flash. I can tell he's really happy to be here. He must understand what retirement means. It's quite exciting. All right, in honoring K9 Flash, K9 Flash joined the Salem County Sheriff's Office on December 31st, 2015. And whereas K9 Flash served dual purposes as a patrol and narcotics dog, responding to nearly 1,000 calls for service, and whereas K9 Flash has greatly contributed to keeping Salem County residents and law enforcement officers safe. Now therefore be it resolved that the Salem County Board of County Commissioners honors K9 Flash for his unwavering duty to the Salem County residents and wish him any happy retirement years with his handler, Lieutenant Todd.
So on behalf of Sheriff Miller and the Salem County Sheriff's Office, I just want to say a couple of things, and then I'll let Lieutenant Todd chime in here. I've been in law enforcement for probably over 33 years, and the K9 and the Sheriff's Office have been a big help in Salem County with the assistance in drug arrests, missing persons, and also explosive services in building. K9 Flash has been here since December of 2015, and tonight he's going to be retired, and he's going to live with Ian for the rest of his time on this planet. So, at this time, I'd like to introduce Lieutenant Ian Todd, who's the handler for Flash.
So, I just want to say thank you to a bunch of people that's made this possible. K9 special. I'm trying not to get emotional. My wife tells me I'm going to get emotional when I'm talking about the dogs. So. But it's special. It's been a special part of my life for 12 years now. And, you know, it's time for me to go a different direction. But let's stay with the guys. Keep going in the office, help them out as much as I can. I can't thank enough people, Sheriff Miller, for having the K-9 unit, promoting us, keeping us going. Everybody that's really been at the office, helping out, on the sheriffs, Chief Bell, the other chiefs of police that really supported us as we've been out there helping people. And we had a number of really good jobs that's really promoted well. One of Flash's best jobs is tracking down, helping to track down escaped inmate that escaped from Delaware, who's running through Pennsville. A number of just different things that we've been able to do. Everybody's always happy to see us, be it going to a call, and other officers who show up, or going to school. We go to the schools, do K-9 demos, really interact with the community, and that helps, especially in this day and age. People really need that. And so it's been a great program. It's been a great 12 years working with the dogs. Flash has been a great partner. I've had 3 great K-9 partners. And again, I just can't thank enough people. From Johnson Burke K-9 Academy to New Jersey State Police who we train with, to New Jersey Department of Corrections that help train Flash. Everybody that we've been involved with over the years. It's just, it means a lot. And I just want to thank everybody, the freeholders for honoring, or commissioners for honoring Flash. I really appreciate it. So he's been a great partner. Kids love him. Now he's ready to go home and chase the squirrels again. So, so.
Presentation will be from Dr. Ostrom, Commissioner Ostrom, and he will be volunteers COVID-19 vaccination efforts.
Come on up here, guys. Mr. Director, thank you so much for this opportunity. I know I'm speaking on behalf of the board, our administration, and the county in general. Nothing gives me more pleasure than to present this award because it is so richly deserved by all these people here and many others throughout the county. So, whereas Salem County Department of Health had to react swiftly to respond to the COVID-19 pandemic. Everybody, including mass vaccination efforts, and whereas additional properly trained people were needed to implement the response, and volunteers from around Salem County answered the call to assist. And whereas the volunteers handled many duties, including promoting the health and safety of Salem County residents during a pandemic, completed various training to assist with more mass vaccination efforts, and donated countless hours of time to work at the Salem County Department of Health and Human Services mass vaccination clinics throughout Salem County. Now therefore be it resolved that the Salem County Board of County Commissioners honor the MRC CERT-volunteers, MRC for those who are acronym friendly, volunteers who responded to that call for help in such a wonderful way during the COVID-19 pandemic vaccination efforts, and thank them for their dedicated service to the residents of Salem County. And there's nothing could be more sincere than our appreciation for what you all did in an environment where we were challenged from the state government not wanting to give us the vaccines. But as you know, I mean, all worked with June and how she coordinated everything. We're very proud of how the county responded to this emergency.
proud of you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Our third presentation tonight will be for the National Public Safety Telecommunications Week. Christy Hunter. Hi, Christy. And Lee Ware will do the presentation. Coach?
Oh, Christy. Seems like yesterday I watched you playing girls basketball for Elsinore. Anyway, this is like a deja vu for me, like as we honor the flag. And Sarah Bell, it's like 15 years ago. I had the honor, I was directed in to put the pins on our first game, which my mine was a little bad. Doug, do you know what the name of that first game? Rob Hans was the handler. Yes, yes. That was very emotional time. Very emotional time when we had to put her down. Anyway, this is it's an honor for me here tonight to honor the National Public Safety Convention. I'll get that. I was an athlete. Now, you guys have been around a long time. You know me that I put fire, police, EMTs, telecommunicators, everything on the pedestal. I think of all of you guys, and you put your lives on the line each and every day, and we're all blessed to have you on our team. Believe it. Whereas emergencies can occur at any time that require police, fire, or emergency medical services. And whereas when an emergency occurs, the prompt response of police officers, firefighters, and paramedics is critical to protection of life and preservation of property. And whereas the safety of our police officers and firefighters is dependent upon the quality and accuracy of information obtained from citizens who telephone the Salem County Sheriff's Emergency Communications Center. And whereas public safety telecommunications are the first and most critical contact our citizens have with emergency service. And whereas public safety telecommunications are the single vital link for our police officers and firefighters by monitoring their activities by radio, providing them information, and ensuring their safety. And whereas public safety telecommunications of Salem County Sheriff's Office have contributed substantially to the apprehension of criminals, suppression of fires, and treatment of patients. And whereas each dispatcher has exhibited compassion, understanding, and professionalism during the performance of their job in the past year. Now, therefore, the Salem County Board of County Commissioners declares the week of April 10th through 16th, 2022 to be National Public Safety Telecommunications Week in Salem County in honor of the men and women whose diligent professionalism keep our city and citizens safe. And an all-time guy that's been answering the phone out there, my buddy Gerald Baker back there also. I'd like to have AJ come up here at this time. Say a few words.
Just a couple quick things. Yeah, come on. Again, on behalf of the Sheriff's Office, the PSTs that we have, you have to realize, for those of you who aren't aware, they're working 24/7 around the clock, holidays, Christmas, all the main holidays, and they do a great job. Also, a lot of people understand that they're not just answering phone calls, 911 calls, they're also, helping our police officers, our fire, EMS, be safe out there. They're the first line of safety for them if something happened. For instance, a fireman in a house, it collapses during a fire, they're on the other end of that radio. And some of the calls that you hear that they take, you'd be amazed. There's individuals that have actually called them and taken their own life on the phone while they're on there with them. So it's a very, very difficult job. They do a wonderful job here in our county. And I just want to recognize Christy, she's our chief. Jerry Baber's one of our supervisors. They do an excellent job. And Christy, you wanted to say a couple things.
I just want to thank everyone for recognizing us for this week. I take the proclamation and I will take it back to all the PSCs. Got a few things to plan for the week. Hopefully it's exciting, but I want to just thank you.
Yeah, Kristen's first year too as chief, so she's excited first year.
Great. Great. Thank you. Thank you, Jerry.
Good job, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
recognitions. We're moving on to the business part of our meeting. You are very welcome to stay and basically see what happens in Salem County government. But if you don't want to be bored or you're welcome to go at this time. The commissioners have to stay. Thank you all. Thank you all for being here. Thank you. Do you have any waivers of rules?
There are two waivers of rules. A1, resolution adding appropriation to the 2022 temporary budget in accordance with NJSA 48:4-19.1, and A6, amendment to resolution 2022-004 to establish job classification titles and salary ranges.
Do you have a motion to waive the rules?
So moved, Mr. Director.
Second.
I have a motion second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, please raise your right hand. It's unanimous. Commissioners, what's your pleasure over public hearing, correspondence in the docket?
Mr. Director, I make a motion the following correspondence, department reports, and committee minutes be accepted, filed, and made a part of the minutes.
Second.
I have a motion and second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, please raise your right hand. It's unanimous. Commissioners, your pleasure with the payment of bills and claims.
Mr. Director, I make a motion that all bills and claims, when properly signed and audited, be paid and charged to their respective accounts.
Second.
I have a motion and second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, please raise your right hand. It's unanimous. We do not have a treasurer's report. We're moving on to resolutions. Stacy?
A1, resolution adding appropriation to the 2022 temporary budget in accordance with NJSA 48:4-19.1. A2, resolution authorizing Salem County to enter into a cooperative pricing system with Omni Partners Public Sector. A3, resolution authorizing a service agreement between the State of New Jersey Judiciary Administrative Office of the Courts for Vicinage 15 and the County of Salem for reimbursement of costs incurred in the design and purchase of furniture. A4, resolution authorizing an agreement with Insurance Administrators of America, Inc. for family and medical leave administration. A5, resolution authorizing a memorandum of understanding between the New Jersey Economic Development Authority and Salem County. And A6, amendment to resolution 2022-004 to establish job classification titles and salary ranges.
Commissioner, you've heard the reading of the 6 resolutions. What's your pleasure?
Mr. Director, I make a motion we adopt these 6 resolutions.
Second.
I have a motion and second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, please raise your right hand. It's unanimous. Economic development.
C1, resolution prohibiting normal traffic, Greenwich Street, County Road 540, Main Street, County Road 581, and Alloway Freesburg Road, County Road 640, and Alloway Township, Salem County, Halloween parade. C2, resolution approving change order number 1, supplement number 1 for professional services, full service right-of-way consultant services for the 5.6 points roundabout project for the County of Salem. C3, resolution to approve New Jersey Regional Animal Shelter application for motorist solicitation pursuant to resolution number 98-115. And C4, resolution to approve Department of State Park Appreciation Committee, Inc. Application for motorist solicitation pursuant to resolution number 98-115.
Commissioners, you've heard the reading of these 4 resolutions. What's your pleasure?
Mr. Director, I make a motion to approve these 4 resolutions.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? I do want to point out on C2, it's the next step in getting 2 new circles in Salem County. And we've got it.
It should take 5.
Yeah, it's 5 and 6 point.
Oh, okay, well.
It's my typo.
Thank you. It's good the only time to
Pay attention.
So, those 2 intersections need their service. They need quicker. We kind of got delayed here because of hiring these professional services for right away, but it is progressing. We do have someone who negotiated right away for those 2 circles. We're 5 points and 6 points. And I don't know if you've been to Green Branch Park when they have a soccer tournament going on, but it's nuts. They position a state trooper right there at the intersection, trying to keep the flow of traffic and keep it safe, but it needs it. And the other intersection, which is 5 points, 6 points, that's just always been bad. So we're looking forward to this. The wheels of government work slow. I don't anticipate any breaking ground for another 2 years. Passed unanimous. Health and Human Services.
D1, resolution authorizing the letter of agreement to provide management services for the Salem County 48-hour intoxicated driver resource center program. D2, resolution authorizing the letter of agreement to provide management services for the Salem County 12-hour intoxicated driver resource center program. D3, resolution accepting the fiscal year 2022 CHA grant funding for the Salem County Health Department and the State of New Jersey by and for the Department of Environmental Protection. D4, resolution accepting and executing NACC HO Medical Reserve Course COVID-19 Respond, Innovate, Sustain, and Equip Awards Grant. D5, resolution of intent to apply for funding for the 2022-2023 Special Child Health and Early Intervention Services Case Management. D6, resolution of intent to apply for the 2022-2023 Local Core Capacity Infrastructure for Bioterrorism Preparedness. D7, resolution of intent to apply for funding for the 2022-2023 Childhood-Led Exposure Prevention Project Grant. D8, resolution of intent to apply for funding for the 2022-2023 Right to Know Grant.
Commissioners, you've heard the reading of these eight resolutions. What is your pleasure?
Mr. Director, I make a motion we adopt these 8 resolutions.
Second?
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, please raise your right hand. And it's passed unanimous. Public safety.
E1, resolution approving the retirement of K9 Flash and his adoption by handler Lieutenant Ian Todd. E2, resolution authorizing the execution of an agreement between the New Jersey Judiciary, Cumberland, Gloucester, Salem, Vicinage, and the County of Salem for probation, enrichment, and transportation program. E3, resolution supporting and approving an application to the Edward Byrne Memorial Justice Assistance Grant, multi-jurisdictional gang, gun, and narcotics task force grant program for the prosecutor's office. E4, resolution rejecting a contract for repairs to the administrative area roof at the Salem County Correctional Facility. E5, resolution approving participation with the State of New Jersey grant programs administered by the Department of Law and Public Safety, Division of Criminal Justice, State of Office of Victim Witness Advocacy, V17-21. E6, resolution accepting and executing a grant from the New Jersey Division of Criminal Justice Insurance Fraud Reimbursement Program for the Prosecutor's Office, Cycle 22. And E7, resolution authorizing membership in a mutual aid and assistance agreement with participating units.
Commissioners, you've heard the reading of these 7 resolutions. What's your pleasure?
Director, I move that we approve all 7 resolutions.
Second?
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, please raise your right hand. Passed unanimous. Commissioners, do you have any old business? Commissioners, any new business? Commissioners, any public announcements?
Yes, Mr. Director, getting busy. We have looks like I'm holding on with the wind or crime punishment. And that's good because spring is coming. Pat does a great job of posting all these things, and we thank her for that. This weekend coming up, we're trying to see a lot of Easter egg hunts and so forth. We also are celebrating the 200th birthday of Gershom Mott, the namesake of Fort Mott, so we can all go over and learn a little bit about what that's about. The Challenger League Baseball will begin at Notting this Saturday at 10 a.m. Over on Church Landing Road in Pennsville. Going forward, fast forwarding into May, actually we're starting to see some of our community celebrations. Pittsburgh Day is, I believe, May 5th, did I say? And Best of Salem County, I'm sorry, I think it's May 9th, because that's a Saturday, yes. But Best of Salem County is Thursday, May 5th. Always a fun time, come out and celebrate our local business leaders. A lot of things going on with music. Sunday, May, if I move backwards, Sunday, May 1st, Salem County Brass Society. Music around the county is coming back, and this Saturday, I believe, is Woodstown High School. Actually, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, the Woodstown High School musical with Gary Winter. Busy times.
Thank you, Commissioner Austin. Appreciate that. At this time, we're going to have public comment. You can stop up to the front, state your name and your address. And if you are online and you do have a comment or a question, comments, please step up.
My name is Bill Gordon, Salem, New Jersey. I have a question and a comment. As you all know, the streets out here are getting paved or they're doing whatever they're doing. Are you in control of that or is it the state doing it?
49?
Yes.
That's a state.
Do you oversee anything of that or do you check it out yourselves?
We do not.
I'm gonna tell you what. It's completed the west end. And you ride down that street, you know how you had that road, that car in Acme or something, and it's that woogly wheel, well, it's a woogly road. And it really needs to be addressed, you know. That's, y'all county people, y'all need to handle that, because it's really bad. I don't know what they're doing, but
Is that final pavement or is that space pavement, you know?
I don't know what it is, to be honest with you, but they moved on. So I'm assuming unless they're gonna come back and polish it up or whatever they do, it is what it is. But as of right now, it's that woody car.
Okay, well, I'll ask our administrator, Phil, to take a look at it, and we can always certainly send a letter to the DOT.
Thank you.
I can know a little bit about what's going on with that.
Come on, Nelson, come on.
They're replacing each section,
Section 8 address, I'm sorry.
Nelson, Harding, and what's that? They're replacing each bad section with a slab of concrete. And they're going to do the tire from west end to the east end on 49. When they get done, they're going to sand it down, grind it down. It's going to be a smooth surface. So that's where they're planning.
I saw, I asked just yesterday, the panels were sitting in front of this street on Flatbed Trail.
Yeah, they're doing hand the street first, and they're going to come back and do the other thing.
Okay, you want to stay up there?
Well, I wasn't going to say nothing tonight, but since you got me up here, so we're getting close to June, so
We anticipate making that. We're still working with different contractual obligations. But we're getting there. We're getting closer.
nice to announce that at our bank, wouldn't it?
It would be nice.
Yes, it would. Thank you.
Thank you, Nelson.
Right. I beat Patty in there, that's not right.
Patty Bond from Harvest Point. I have a few things going on, dates. April 23rd, there's the Jonathan Simmons benefit. It's being held at AJ's in Pennsville, 7 o'clock. Music, basket raffle, and proceeds are used for scholarships for special needs students. Habitat is having a raffle of an outdoor patio set. Here you go. $5 each, and that will be drawn on May 7th. Resources for Independent Living is kind of ongoing sale of items that are products are handcrafted by people with disabilities. They have soap, sugar scrub, and salt soaps. There's a number of different scents. They also have bookmarks, t-shirts, hoodies, that kind of thing. So it benefits their programs.
And you have your opening ceremonies coming up for the challenges.
Yes, Saturday.
Which night is it?
Saturday.
This Saturday?
And there are additional teams that have come forward this year.
Awesome.
Yeah, so it's
Great.
going to be good. I also need to apologize for, at the last meeting, when you were talking about the grants, I'm blaming it on COVID fog. I was just not getting what you were saying. I was concentrating on a former grant that was applied for and received. Wasn't thinking that it was separate, like you guys got a grant. So I apologize for that. You know that I am enthused about the grants that where you're going to help with Challenger League and also handicap grants. That's my thing, you know that. So thank you very much. And I'm sorry that I wasn't more enthusiastic last meeting.
And just to announce, there's a benefactor. I anticipate a significant fund, probably to fund as many for grants as you need. There's a benefactor out there that,
Cool.
it's 90% chance it's gonna happen, so it's significant. So, and the county's actually putting it in its budget to fund, 2 grants this year. So if it, I know how special it is, and if you don't have it, you can't get out. It's
Right.
something we need to do in this county.
Thank you so much.
Awesome. You're welcome.
All right.
Thanks, Patty.
Anyone else? Yes.
Betty Coombs, Elmwood, New Jersey. Just checking on signs, still working on signs, stop signs, up on the roof. Okay, good. And then something about the unification study. When I was here last, I asked why Salem County was one chosen, and you said, I may have misunderstood. It's the smallest county?
We are the smallest county, yes, in the state of New Jersey.
Salem County is?
It is.
What about Essex and?
We're significant, we are, I think Cumberland's number 2, we're the smallest.
Population.
Oh, okay, okay, population. And at another time, are we also still the poorest county?
I believe we're the second, so from the, I think Cumberland is the poorest, and Salem is there too.
And why is that?
A lot of reasons, socioeconomic, we anticipate, believe it or not, with what's going to be occurring over the next 5 years, we should be pulling out of that. What's happening in Winfords Street significantly helps Salem City and one of our poorest areas, and also Pennsgrove. If we get some movement out of Camorras and the jobs that that's going to provide, should we bring Pennsgrove with it also. So we're looking for a big change in Salem County over the next 5 years. Oh, we have, yes, the railroad. And just announced, there's some rail bikes coming, and they anticipate coming as early as next month. June.
Like Cape May?
Yes, like Cape May. So we take rail bikes down from, I don't know what locations. Mickey, do you remember what locations?
Talking about going from Sweetburg and Woods.
Swedesburg, Woods down on railroad.
And, they completed their purchase of the land out on Alloway Road, Woodstown Alloway Road. They're going to be putting signs in, there's going to be parking there. They have scheduled the Christmas tree for December 2nd or 4th of this year, Woodstown Candlelight. Right.
And I received a picture from the railroad company showing me that the repairs to the washout
Yes.
is working. And they replaced piping and it was dry, just the rain that we had overnight. They were very excited and happy that things
And
were
they
going well.
expect the big part of that washout is fixed, they expect it to be complete by the end of this week, you know, if they can get the Woodstown. They can hopefully get to Maddington by mid-June. It's the Church Street remediation. And they will not be able to come to Salem until August because of the Pleasure Creek project that Maddington's engaged in. Once that's complete, they can then come over again.
But there's been some interest in the rail line at the port, grain, and there's a lot of things going on. Not only is the Christmas train coming, there'll be an Easter train, they're talking about a rodeo train.
Wine train.
What? A wine train coming down, and so, we are thoroughly pleased with that cemented property. Odor train, that's a whole nother ball.
I was told
Anything
that
that gets you on the train.
the steam locomotive is almost reconditioned and they expect the commissioners to be shoveling coal on the lawn.
That's part of our retirement plan.
We actually have a countdown clock to December 2nd for the opening of the
tour training. So in their office, there's a clock counting down to December
That's
2nd.
not, that doesn't have anything to do with budget trail,
No,
right?
no, that'll be coming in.
And you'll have Kenny Rogers or John Wayne on these trains.
Yes.
I want to make sure they, stop them at the trestle and have a train robbery and all the good things that go along with it.
Oh, you don't want to encourage this. And unification, do you know if there's anyone in Salem County that is pro-unification schools?
Probably the person to talk to would be Dr. Gorman from over at college. He's kind of heading the study up to see where it's going to go, whether it's going to go anywhere. He's out visiting different groups to see where the interest is, see if part of it's useful, part of it's not, where we're going with that. Obviously, education and the freehold commissioners have no, although we facilitated getting the money for the grant, there's no dog in the fight from here.
Okay, good. Good work on the signs. Thank you.
Anyone else? It's good to have you here, our head of director, the women's services, thank you. And our sheriff, good to see you. Thank you so much for being here tonight. And Joyce, good to see him, the head of the EDA, chapter of the EDA. Did I get that right?
Almost.
Close enough. It's good to have you there.
There was another passing in the law enforcement community this week unexpectedly. Corporal John Bradway passed away from LAC Township. Keep his family in mind as well.
Is that the same Bradway family?
Yeah, John Bradway, Corporal John Bradway. He worked for both the correctional facility, the sheriff's office, and LAC Police Department. I believe he retired in 2018 or 2015, and he had 27 years, but he's only 54 years old, so.
54?
Yeah, for me, that's kind of, you work 20, 25 years, and you go home and think you're going to enjoy it with your young kids. Tomorrow's never promised.
How often do we hear that people retire and then they change the life, and it just messes up things? Anyone else from the public? All right, we are going to have a closed session. We will start negotiations, some litigation. Do not anticipate any motions when we come out. Anticipate this closed session lasting about half an hour. You're welcome to stay. If you want to stay in the room, go upstairs. Or if you would like to leave, that's fine. Anything I anticipate coming out of closed session is to adjourn. So, we'll take about a 2-minute break. Can I have a motion? Can you read your closed session?
G1, resolution authorizing executive session county of Salem, matters concerning litigation, negotiation, and the attorney-client privilege.
Motion?
So moved.
I have a motion, second. Any discussion? Hearing none, we'll take that 2-minute break. All in favor, raise your hand.
Okay.